What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. This is the last time for this video inception, I swear. But I just wanted to say that tomorrow's my birthday and I probably won't be getting an upload up unless I do something tonight because I'll be spending time with family. But at 7 p.m. Central, we're gonna have a pretty wild stream. I'm gonna be facing off first trip, we're gonna have some drinks. It's gonna be a freaking good time. And if I'm not here on YouTube, I'll be on Zodiac Duelist TV on Twitch if things have gotten too wild. That being said, thank you guys so much. You blew me away. 1,300 comments entering for the Ghost Rare Dark Magician. Carrie Owens won the giveaway. This one was a complete RNG giveaway. Random comment, no favoritism, anything like that. But maybe the next giveaways will pick my favorite comment or something like that. That being said, congratulations, Carrie, and you guys. Insanity. If you keep using my TCG player link down below, right here in the description, I'm going to be able to keep upping what I'm giving away here on the channel each month. So thank you all for your support. You make it possible to give back to y'all. That being said, let's get into today's market watch, starting with some Savage Strike cards. Going up a little. Pot of Extravagance at 73 and Borreload Savage Dragon at 26 on TCG Player. Phantasme is actually down for its price still, so that's a little head scratching as well, seeing these two being the ones that spike. But let me try to explain Extravagance here. I think we highly underestimate the casual side of the market, and even when cards get expensive, casuals sometimes end up dropping that kind of money. While Altergeist might have been hurt, and many of the meta decks looking at Extravagance have been hurt. Every time I build a deck building challenge on stream, I feel like Extravagance becomes one of the first things I weigh the options on. Is this the power that I need? Now, Borreload Savage Dragon, you know, the rocket structure came out. It's one of the missing main monsters, boss monsters for rockets. But also, Pendulums got unscathed by the ban list, and they're just looking at everything else getting leveled and going, haha, 20 negates, best deck ever, here's one of them. So there's two fronts to Borreload Savage Dragon being really clamored after right now. Kind of cool to see Phantasme, you know, going down still. We're not out of the off-season yet. Regionals wind up during late August, but people are starting to prepare now because of that ban list really giving hype and booming people. Looking through the extravagances on eBay, they start at around $69.70, so they do quickly meet the price over on TCG Player. And Borreload Savage Dragon has one cheap one from Canada before it's even more expensive. Or no, that's about matching price as TCG Player. Now, Vanity's Ruler, talking about other rogue decks. Well, it's a little better than Christia, right? Because while this card's on the field, your opponent can't special summon, allowing you to continue to do your strategy while your opponent shut off. It's hyped for Nekroz because you're able to search it with the Cyber Angel cards, and it's been bought out for the third or fourth time since, you know, it's been hyped for the Nekroz reprints. You just summon incantations, you're able to tribute them off. But word of warning, it's not like a game ender as it used to be. There's triple Impermanence, there's triple Widow Anchor, and now so many more people have Widow Anchors. This isn't the auto win it once was upon a time. So do be wary when considering that strategy. But it's still really freaking good, and I understand why people are after an old card with only its couple of printings. Next card up is Sina Mining. Now, Mining is interesting to me because it has so many layers of support being generic for Cybers. There's already memes in Zodiac where it's like Peter's glasses are on where he can't see because he got his powers, and it's like Salmon Greater now trash, and then it's like you just can't afford Sina Mining. I found that pretty hilarious, but at the same time, jokes aside, there's so much going for Cybers. We have the Marincesses coming. We then have the Legacy of the Duelist update to Cybers decks that really could impact the meta. So people just really seem to be clamoring for this card. No Material is spiking up a little. I'm watching you. So many people call this card trash, even in the competitive sense, but we saw it just highly underestimated when it ended up in the top 10 decks. YCS Nashville? Top 10 in the number 3 slot for side decked cards. That was an insane factor to see from the competitive players. Scrolling back through even more, the Ib Synchro is getting bought out, it seems. So the Ib Synchro is really good for continuing the Guardragon engine. She fetches World Chalice Guardragon and then World Legacy Guardragon to link up through, and it's whenever she's sent off the field, she gets the World Chalice Guardragon. And being able to link up into Saryuja with such ease and start the Guardragon engine with Ib is pretty crazy, and it's the way a lot of decks are going to continue. Herman Hansen's deck is a great example of how good this card can be. Other pieces of it are going up as well. World Legacy Guardragon, I've been suggesting this to you guys for a while, up towards $7 here, and I think it's just a little bit cheaper on eBay 6 and then quickly 7 as well. Then going through, Carbon Edon is getting a little bit of hype again too, because if you're playing Dinosaur Guardragon, which is a deck I highly underestimated, watching Dinosaur Guardragon combos is really freaking fun, and I think it's a really good rogue contender. I think it's the way I would be playing dinosaurs right now. Dinosaur Guardragon uses this card in order to use Oviraptor as a 1-card IB and go up through their combos. So it's at $4 right here with only 20 prices. It's been bought out a few times for Gandora hype in the past, if I recall, but it's still $3 on eBay for quite a few listings. But it only has its one kind of printing, Dragons of Legend. So I could see this being very similar to, say, how Dirac Aeolo was for dinosaurs, and going up and being towards a $7 to $10 card in the future if it takes off for the dinosaur players within the metagame. There's still a lot of ways to play dinosaurs. Let me know how you're approaching dinosaurs. Are you still with Lost World dinosaurs? Are you with a more of a mixed variant still like with Shadows? Or do you see the Dinosaur Guardragon as the future of the deck? Ronin Tonin Supers are up. I featured this last night when talking about the Rocket Structured X and buyouts that happen, as well as Dupe Frog Supers. I would be suggesting getting commons now because there's only the 2 printings, and with the Supers so expensive, they're no longer really budget. I would just make sure you have your copies. You have the Marincesses and you have Trap Tricks Paleo, both getting a little bit of hype right now. Ultimate Swap Frogs are actually, I think, down from when I featured them last. At least this one copy. The others are still pretty up there. But also in the same kind of camp, Swap Frog only has its 1 common. So having this engine is still relatively cheap for the commons. It's something I wouldn't sleep on. But the hollowed out, foiled out variants of the decks are picked up and gone for now. We'll see how that falls out. Thunder Dragon Colossus Ultimate is up, but the secret rares are still where they're at. I think this is going up because people are expecting this to be one of the best decks of the format. Being down towards 30 was really cheap for such an amazing card's ultimate rare, and with it not really slammed on the ban list in terms of the core deck itself, it's pretty good. These are going to get reprinted in the Megatins most likely, which is why they're not spiking up alongside their ultimate rare counterpart. It's just people getting ready for the competitive season. People getting hyped. I just wanted to take a note also on the Rira pre-sales. Ignore them on TCG Player. I have an incentive to tell you, hey, go look over there. Wait until other pre-sales come out. Wait until more competition starts to fall out through here. Don't believe any of these freaking prices. Wait for competition on TCG Player to help you get cheaper prices when shopping for Rising Rampage. A lot of people are calling the set complete trash. I think the Bow Goddess is one of the best cards out of there, and then I think one of the most underestimated cards is Get Out. I think it'll be similar to Trap Trick. I think it'll be pretty cheap at first and then spike up later on. Dragon Ravine super rares are getting bought out right now, so there's Dragunity Hype. Romulus is around the corner, and that includes several other Dragunity buyouts thanks to Romulus. We're just looking around and seeing DT versions spiking and other things going, you know, complete buyouts. In my opinion, Dragunities are cool, but I think a lot of people who enjoyed this kind of deck itself already would have had the pieces for it, right? I don't think this is like a sudden thing. Whenever it was announced in the OCG, they'd have it. This is more of, I call it vendor hot potato, where there's a buyout, I'm going to relist it and try to sell it, or sell it for 1.5x of whatever I bought it for, and then this store is going to try to get rid of it for X price and might end up having to fall back to what they spent it for. And it's just hot potato on these prices, all because the card's released. It's here, it's good, but is it going to take over? Probably freaking not. Amazing card, but it's not a takeover card of the meta, in my opinion. If you're of a different mind, let me know what you think of these buyouts. Let me know if you think they're smart money. I think it's just vendor hot potato. Destroido is a card that I've had my eye on for a bit, and it has its 3 variants, but the fact that the super rare is so close in price to the rares is telling me that you guys should probably get this sooner than later. We've seen this card spike up several times, but it's back down towards $5 during the off season here, and even cheaper on eBay. If you've been thinking about having a super rare copy of this card, it's great for the Guardragon engine. A lot of Pendulum players play it. I think getting super Destroidos sooner than later is a pretty good idea. Whenever you see the lowest rarity of a card so close to its highest rarity, you gotta start thinking, well, why don't I just get this one? And naturally, it'll start spiking up and out of quantities. It's already pretty low quantities still, but it's a nice price look during the off season. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for using my TCG player link down in the description below when you start shopping. It costs you nothing, supports the channel directly, and I'm going to keep giving back to you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation, and I've kind of put a lot of things in here and had to go fast due to time, so hopefully I didn't miss any aspects of Market Watch, but you guys in the comment section are always on top of things. Thank you so much.